This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today, the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show coming up on the 24th of March, and how the Resource Center is connected to it. Please stay tuned. We have a wide variety of guests from the Resource Center and from the Jamestown Renaissance Corporation, presenters of the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair, who will join you over the next half an hour. But first, to Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director at the Resource Center. Steve, thanks for putting together this show for an event that people are always excited about.
Well, you're welcome, Dennis. As you know, we've been doing this show in theory every other week for 20-plus years, and was racking my brain trying to come up with a topic for this week, and then I remembered Grow Jamestown. The Resource Center has been involved with Grow Jamestown initiatives for a number of years, and we've certainly done a show on this before, so we thought let's assemble the cast again and talk about the event coming up next weekend, and also talk about the Resource Center's involvement and what we'll be doing for the rest of the year.
John Vogan and Robin Kessler from TRC are here, and we're going to put them on the air shortly. But first, let me just preface this next part of the show by saying we record this on Wednesday morning. It's broadcast on Saturday. We're recording on Wednesday morning, and for those who remember what Wednesday morning was like, it snowed and snowed and snowed. So to have Mary Maxwell and Zach Agate here from the Jamestown Renaissance Corporation to get us fully immersed in spring thoughts, at least, is something very refreshing for this time. Mary, good morning.
Good morning. I'm ready for spring.
You wouldn't believe the words that people have been saying, particularly about this most recent snow, many of which cannot be repeated on this proper, upright radio station. Zach, hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Fine. Thank you. Now, Zach, what is your title at the Jamestown Renaissance Corporation? Let us get that out to the public correctly.
Marketing and Events Manager.
So do you want to do some of the basic information about the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show in terms of the when and where?
Yes, we are Saturday, March 24th, so that would be 1 week from when this airs. And we have right now 52 vendors. It'll go from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it should be a great day. There's be some. It's a free event. Let's add that in. It's free entry. There are some free giveaways too. I know Mike's Nursery, our presenting sponsor, always has free tomato plants. So be excited for those.
And this happens where in our community?
It takes place at the Northwest Arena. So you'll come in and you'll see us right as soon as you walk in. So.
Now, this is only a half-hour show. You have 52 vendors, so I don't know if there's time to speak the name of all of them, but let's hold that possibly for close to the end, Zach. Give us a feel for what people can see when they come to the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair.
We have a few nurseries, some construction, house construction, electric, concrete, paving. We have some nonprofits that come and tell what their missions are and share some of their information. We'll have Vincioso doing his chainsaw carving, which everyone sees at all these events now, and he's doing a great job. So, and he's donating his proceeds to St. Susan's, which is great. So, yeah, and then obviously the Resource Center, which we're so excited about. They come with all their stuff, and it's awesome. So
and we will get to that part in just a moment. Anything else that you want to say about the particulars, the hours? When are there specific times when people need to see specific things? You're getting a cue here from Mary Maxwell, our next guest.
Specifically, we will have workshops again, like we've had in the past years. Mary will have that list if we want to talk about those too. But we have 3 every hour, and we have 4 sessions. So, so those range from gardening to home improvement. So.
Okay, 24th of March, a week from the date of broadcast here. What are the overall hours for the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show?
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And the participation, the workshop class schedule fits into that in what time period?
The first ones will start at 10:30 and then run every hour thereafter, and we'll have that posted.
Zach, stand by here. Anything you want to just tug on my shirt sleeve if you want to get back in on this. We're going to go now to Mary Maxwell. And Mary, your correct title with the Renaissance Corporation?
Neighborhood Project Manager.
Neighborhood Project Manager, and the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show is a big event for you every year. You have a lot of enthusiasm for this and put a lot of muscle into it.
We do. It's a big show. It only lasts 6 hours. We keep it compact. Last year we counted everyone at the door. We had 2,007 people come through the door in 6 hours. And that's pretty big for Jamestown.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
And what's the spirit of the fair? What do you attempt to convey to people, the mood of the event? Let's get them inside the door and the sense of what it's like to be there.
It's about community networking, and it's like, to me, it's like a dinner on the grounds. Everybody comes, you see everybody, everybody's networking, exchanging information. What are you doing about the environment? What are we doing? Let's get together. Let's figure out what we can all do together.
The classes, the workshops have become one of the parts of this that are very, very popular. You spoke to me just as we were about to begin this recording today, saying that 1 week and a few days before, some of it is not set in stone yet, but much of it is. Let us preview for the community what we can in terms of the workshops that are going to be offered at this year's Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show.
Okay. This is a garden fair and home show. It combines everything that I do, all the projects I do, the Renaissance Block Challenge, and all the grow opportunities I have, projects I do in Jamestown. So we put them into one show. So we've got gardening information workshops, and we have home improvement workshops. Most of the workshops are going to be more about the outside of your house than the inside of your house. So we pretty much have the gardening one set, and come, ask. There's an information table. Ask. We can direct you to which room it is, where more information is about each of the workshops. The workshops are free. At 10:30, the first one we're going to have is vegetable, fruit, and herb-containing gardening for decks and patios. And then there'll be another one called Right Tree, Right Place, Tree Selection, Planting and Caring For. Those two will be at the same time in different rooms. Mm-hmm. And then there will also be a home improvement one in another room.
Okay, let's take a minute and quickly run through the rest of your schedule here since you've got people interested. At 11:30, okay. Let me do one. Okay. Monarchs and Munchkins Butterfly Gardening for Kids of All Ages.
That is correct. The next one is Deer in My Dahlias, Voles in My Turnip, Preventing Wildlife Damage in Your Gardens.
I hope I have a big room for that one because the way things have been going around here recently with deer and other things, there's going to be a lot of interest in that.
I think there will be, too. The deer seem quite hungry this year. Mm-hmm. They're eating everything.
That's the 11:30 to 12:15 schedule. 12:30, and we're talking about a week from today, at the Northwest Arena in Jamestown, the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show workshop schedule. 12:30 p.m., raised bed gardens, how to build raised beds and grow vegetables using square foot gardening.
And this is a very popular one. It's by Larry Kestner. Larry Kestner is the one who actually built and helped us start the community gardens that we do at the Renaissance, the 6th and Lakeview and the 8th and Washington. He's been very involved with us, and people love this workshop. And
I want to say, just because Robin Kestler is going to get on here in just a minute, this is Kestner, Kestner. What's the other 12:30 workshop?
12:30 workshop, small space composting for tiny yards, which that's something I do. I've been doing that for 20 years. I'm not doing the workshop, but you can do it in a small space.
The next series starts at 1:30 a week from today, Seed Starting and Vegetable Gardening, Tips and Techniques.
And then 2:30 we've got Preserving the Harvest, Canning 101. So there will be more. They're to be announced. This is what we think we're going to have. There might be some changes around. You should check when you get there.
And let me ask the following naive question. Do you have a website?
We have a website.
What might your website be, Mary Maxwell?
Zach is actually the manager of the website.
So we're at www.growjamestown.com, and you can also find us on Facebook, and we will be updating the workshop schedule by the end of the week, and we'll have other posts about vendors as we go.
So that is the place where people can go and get the latest information and to fill in other gaps if they're in and out of the car or have missed some of the earlier things that we have said. Before I go any farther with Grow Jamestown and your garden fair, I do want to give you an opportunity. You mentioned Mike's Nursery, your principal sponsor. There are others that you might want to mention, and that's going to go to Zach.
Yes. So Mike's Nursery is our presenting sponsor again. So they've been with us since the beginning, and they're great. We also have the Resource Center, Lowe's and Warren, Stone and Outdoor Living Center, RSVP, the Master Gardeners, and the City of Jamestown Parks Department.
Thank you very much. Anything further you two want to say at the moment? Okay, I'm going to step over here to John Vogan, whom we know on Share the Vision as the residence coordinator here at the Resource Center. John, thanks for coming. I don't know if I said this. We're speaking to you from 75 Jones and Gifford Avenue, the Raymond Building, part of the Resource Center in the immediate Jamestown area. John, thanks for coming in the kitchen where we're recording this program today.
Thank you, Dennis.
And I must say, considering Grow Jamestown, this is a beautiful kitchen in terms of how much greenery there is in this room. It's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about the Resource Center connection to the Jamestown Renaissance Corporation and the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair.
Well, it's been an honor for us to work with the Renaissance Corporation over the last few years. It's an honor for us to be a sponsor to this great event, and we have a blast participating in it. The individuals we support will be out there displaying all the great work that they do here in the Future Strivers Room and some of our other programs. We've also had the privilege of working with some of their other initiatives. We've been able to have a table in the public market, which is Saturdays starting in May. It's been great for our individuals to get out there in the community and build relationships with the other vendors and people at the market. So that's been a really good experience. We've also been able to work in the community gardens that Mary has talked about, and we've had plots in both of their gardens, and it's been really rewarding and really beneficial for the individuals we support to give back to the community, to be able to grow and work in the gardens and build relationships with some of the other gardeners and people that are in the community.
I suspect, John, from what you say, and listeners who may not have known about this connection between the Resource Center and Grow Jamestown and the Renaissance Corporation, there may be a little bit of, oh, wow, that's a good idea happening in the minds of the people who hear this right now in terms of taking those who receive services here at the Resource Center and offering this opportunity to, for lack of a better phrase, get their hands dirty.
Yeah, it's great. We're both nonprofits, and we're both working to try and help the community and make the community a better place. So it's a great mutual relationship, and it works out great for the individuals we support and the other people in the community that benefit from it as well.
I'm going to take this over to Robin Kessler right now, if that's all right with you. Because John mentioned the Future Strivers, and that's a part of the Resource Center that you are very, very close to.
That is a group of individuals that I have worked with for almost 24 years. Not the same ones, but a big group of people. And we incorporate things that we can recycle and reuse, and that's what we'll be bringing to Grow Jamestown.
What is your specific title or role with the Future Strivers? Talk to me a little bit about your work with them, Robin.
I am an activity leader in the core room, and we have 15 people with disabilities that we work on individual milestones and activities that they choose and that they like. We incorporate, we have a choir that we work with twice a week. We work in Train Like an Astronaut. We have an art program that we use here that's very successful. We try to keep very busy and active while we're here.
So, despite the fact that there are persons with disabilities who make up the group of Future Strivers, they're very actively involved and engaged in a lot of ways in the community and in life. And this Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and related events at the Renaissance Corporation is just one aspect of your work.
It is. We also have a bell choir that we work with that will be going to the DD Day in Buffalo at the end of the month.
DD Day?
Yes, it's a Disability Awareness Day that is held a big symposium, I would say, in Buffalo. And we have been invited to play the bell choir out there that day.
How many members of your group, or how many members are there in the bell choir?
About 15.
Wow, so that's going to be quite exciting for them.
Yes, it is exciting. It's a lot of fun. The bells are fun. It's been a learning curve for all of us, and it's been a successful in what we've tried to do.
Robin Kessler, are you the bell choir director?
I am not.
Just the way you said that. Who is?
Her name is Jean Slade. She comes in from Steenberg, and she's been a staff here for several years.
That's very, very nice. Now, back to Grow Jamestown, and what we want to weave together now for the audience, I think, is the precise connection between your Future Strivers, their projects, and what you'll be showing the public will be able to see and perhaps acquire at the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair. What are those things, Robin?
Well, we have a small budget, and so we try to find things in the community that we can recycle, such as our claim to fame really is our bowling balls that we recycle and turn into garden orbs. It's a process to gather them and clean them and glue them and paint them and turn them into garden orbs of old tile and butterflies and ladybugs.
And snowmen. There's one at the front door today here at TRC Raymond Building with a snowman on it, I think.
There is. And we've started to do Laurel Run T-shirts. When the T-shirt comes out, we put it on a bowling ball. And we have a Passionately Pink for the Cure bowling ball. We try to do one for different seasons and things. And we bring those to the garden show and things that we have picked up along the way from yard sales that needed refurbished and maybe a little TLC and that we can resell. It also gives us a chance to use the computer to look up what they are, what they're worth, what we should and shouldn't do with them. So it's a learning process all the way. We've also been able to network through Grow Jamestown and the Garden Fair. We have been asked to paint 5 garbage cans for the Lakeview Cemetery, and we came up with, I'm going to say 75 ideas to put on. So our ideas are something patriotic for Soldier Circle and something for Lucy and something for Seasons. And we're looking forward to starting that, which came from someone seeing us at the garden show.
So you will have a booth there again this year?
We will. Joining our booth this year is the pledge to show respect, which we are trying to replace an R word with a more respectful, appropriate word. And that will also be there.
This has been an ongoing drive for some time. You have a poster in front of you that celebrated a day earlier this month, Spread the Word to End the Word. And I'm not even going to say it, but I will just, if the audience isn't connecting with this, it is a word that begins with R. It is a pejorative term that is sometimes used to refer to persons with disabilities, and it is an anathema to those of you who work in this field.
Yeah, it's almost painful to hear. And so we have come up with a word, and it's respect, which we all deserve.
And that's the R word that you want to promote.
That is the R word that we want to promote.
Okay, we can leave that there for a moment. Robin, I know we have talked before about this, but it's worth bringing up again on this program because you have several decades of commitment to the people that you work with, the future strivers here at the Resource Center, and your enthusiasm for their potential for your work for this institution is almost bottomless. You really have a lot of care, concern, and love for what you do here.
I do. People ask me what keeps me here and what I do, and I tell people I work at a job that someone makes me laugh every day. And you can't say that about every job that you go to. And someone appreciates you every day, and someone wants to hug you every day, and see accomplishments on people's faces from the folks that we serve and the staff that I work with.
If you want to tap into this warmth, this love, this enthusiasm for the ability of people, look for the future strivers at the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show on the 24th at the Northwest Arena. Anything further? Nothing we've left out, Robin, before I step away from you?
No, but thank you. I hope to see everybody there.
Now, what I want to do, either Zach or Mary or John, I want to get you together here just to spend one moment because John mentioned the participation in the local market, the public market that the Renaissance Corporation maintains in Jamestown. And I want to have any of the three of you talk about the new and exciting things that are happening with that market this year. Let's get a little plug in there. I guess I'm going to, Zach, come over here. We'll get to John on one side and you on the other. This is Zach Agate, folks, from the Renaissance Corporation.
Yes, so we do have a new market manager this year, which is bringing some new exciting changes. We're staying on Saturdays. It will now be 10 to 2, though. We've moved back an hour to better fit the lunch time, and we'll try to have more food offerings. I know she's been seeking options. Her name is Linnea Carlson, and she's been seeking options like different tastings, food tastings, possibly even wine and beer tastings, exploring those possibilities. There will also be we're looking to have more event-themed markets this year, at least one a month where there's something extra to do.
And where will the market be?
It is still on Cherry Street between 2nd and 3rd Streets, downtown Jamestown.
And when do you, and again, I look out the window at this very snowy moment and ask the following hopeful question. When will the market start? Robin's laughing at me over there. When will the market start this year approximately, Zach?
I believe the first weekend is June 9th. So June 9th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it will run every Saturday from June through October.
And John, the Resource Center's participation will be the same, or are you adding or changing things for this year?
We're not sure yet exactly what we're going to do. It just depends on what we've got going on at the time. There's so many different projects and things that we can display down there, from our artwork to the dog biscuits, bird feeders, different things that we've produced over the years. But, I mean, even if you're looking to shop, you're looking to get a bite to eat, there's always some live music down there. It's a really relaxing place to just take your lunch hour sometimes, come down, walk around the market, see the different vendors, get a bite to eat, and just relax and enjoy the community and the local vendors.
Dog biscuits, he said. Dog biscuits. Now, I'm ignorant here, John. What do you mean by dog biscuits?
Oh, some of our participants make dog biscuits, and then we sell them in the community, and the proceeds we make, we always give back to a good cause.
So these actual consumable dog biscuits?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Safe for your pets.
Really? And are these made at the Future Strivers?
Do you guys still
We
produce
do.
them?
The Senior Adult Day makes them, and we also have group homes that are part of the dog biscuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, if Steve Watterson is looking at me now, if we could do this, I think we got to do a dog biscuit. Steve has a dog. I have a dog. We got to do a dog biscuit show on Share the Vision. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. A future date. Don't bring my dog. Whew. No. But anyway, we got far afield there for a moment, but thank you for that diversion, and good luck with your plans to expand and make this public market an even more fundamental part of the activities of downtown Jamestown each year.
Thank you. Yeah.
And anything further that we should speak of related to that, or anything at the moment, John? Otherwise, we're going to go back to Grow Jamestown and enumerate some more of the things that are happening there.
No, I just hope to see everyone down at the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show. It's going to be a great event.
A little earlier in this time frame, I was talking with Zach Agate about all the vendors who are going to be at the event this year. And between us, maybe you want to just go back and forth here?
That works for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair and Home Show 1 week from today, the vendors will include
Audubon Community Nature Center,
Be-Dry System of Erie,
Bathfitter,
Biodome Project,
Bray Miller Builders,
Chautauqua Area Habitat for Humanity,
Chautauqua County Lead Poisoning Prevention Program,
Chautauqua County Master Gardeners,
City of Jamestown Parks Department,
Dalla Host Roasting Company,
Davis Concrete and Excavation,
Dog Watch of Chautauqua and Erie, Pennsylvania,
Doug's Basement Workshop,
Elizabeth Gifford,
Farm Fresh Food,
Fences and Such,
Finley Lake Fire Department,
the Girl Scouts,
Green Heron Growers,
Green Up Jamestown,
Havana Cuban Cafe and Pizzeria,
Hickoryhurst Farm,
Hidden Exclusive Grill,
Invisible Fence of Erie,
Jamestown BPU,
Jamestown Public Market. Can you figure out we're going alphabetically, folks?
yes, Generated Primitives,
JHS Gardeners of Whedon,
Lakeview Cemetery Association,
Linda's Little Greenhouse,
Lowe's of Warren,
Mike's Nursery,
Modern Window of New York,
Moonlight Electric,
Nature's Hues,
Novel Destination,
Overhead Door Company,
PC Pottery,
Red Cross,
Robert's Nursery,
Roger Tory Peterson Institute,
Royal Wind and Solar,
Schutz Saw and Motor Service,
Shorties and Gifts,
Signature Seal Coating and Striping Service,
Stone and Outdoor Living Center,
The Resource Center,
The Secret Garden Flower Shop,
Troyer's Greenhouse,
what a crock.
and Vince Liuzza.
Hey, nice working with you, Zach.
Thank you, I enjoy that.
That was a great back and forth. Anything else that you want to add about those vendors, the activities, the things that they will be offering at this year's show?
I just think we have a good selection of offerings. We try to intersperse them so you can get a little bit of everything. So we try to have some vendors, but not too many that overtakes anything. So we have a good mix, and we're excited.
And to repeat your phrase from earlier in the program, 6 hours only, the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair, 1 week from today, as this is broadcast on the radio. And it starts at what time, Mary Maxwell? 10 o'clock.
Starts at 10 o'clock when doors will open.
And then runs till 4.
Yes.
Have we fully covered in this time period, one way or another, everything that's happening down there? Are there any other nuances or things that you want to just make sure we emphasize at the Northwest Arena?
Yes, we've done a lot, but I would like to say that this could not happen without all the volunteers that we have and the community support. We have about 50 volunteers in the background doing this for us. Wagman's gives us bags to give out. The RSVP, Retired Senior Volunteer Program, with Debbie Basile, brings in a whole crew to help us with this. We have the staff at JRC is involved. We even have some of the board members are volunteered this year. The Jamestown Skating Club has donated the blue cloth that goes around to hide all the hockey nicks and knacks, and it really makes the whole place look so much nicer and more professional. Master gardeners. This could not happen without the master gardeners of Chautauqua County and all the nonprofits that come and spread their information. And, of course, we have a section for just the kids. We have 2 teachers from Purcell Middle School who set up tables, and they will have kids' activities.
So that pretty much sums it all up. Northwest Arena 1 week from today. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of effort, a lot of work has been done on behalf of many at the Renaissance Corporation and elsewhere to make the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair a tremendous success. It will be happening just a few days after the official arrival of spring, so hopefully that will portend weather other than what Steve Watterson, you and I are looking at as we look out toward the Grow Jamestown sign.
I was just going to say, we're looking out the window here on the second floor of the Michael J. Raymond Center, and we can see the Riverwalk Community Labyrinth that the Resource Center put together. We've got some raised beds with Grow Jamestown sign on them, so we're very proud of the connection that we have with Grow Jamestown. Also, we're involved with the new Green Up Jamestown initiative, so folks with disabilities are part of the community. They volunteered a lot of organizations, and they like to give back. And these initiatives are a great way that we can do that and make friends with lots of other people.
I am struck many times by the close connections between persons who receive services here at the Resource Center, persons with disabilities, and events like the Grow Jamestown Garden Fair, and how important they become in the lives, something to look forward to have their artwork on display and possibly purchased by somebody, one of those bowling balls, and then to see them around through the community, placed in different gardens, and I've seen them at your house, and many. Vicky Bardo, who lives on my street in my neighborhood as well, has a number of them, and what they always say when you look at them, if you know the story behind them in terms of the capability of persons with disabilities.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, I love myself some garden orbs made from the bowling balls. You forgot to mention the Japanese beetles, which are my new favorite, Robin. And yes, and the chairs that they, like this one here.
These are artful Japanese beetles, not the other kind.
Right. But they take
not that we're worried about those yet when it's snowing an inch an hour as we speak. But
they take old wooden chairs and repaint them and turn them into works of art as well. So it's really fantastic. And, shout out to our staff, because it's the staff who comes up often with the ideas and the energy and the initiative to find these activities for the folks that the Resource Center supports to participate in. And it just works out great. It's a win-win for everybody.
Our time is up for today on Share the Vision, and it has been wonderful to have all of these guests from TRC and the Renaissance Corporation on the air today. And I look forward, if we can ever do that Dog Biscuit show. And I will just leave the listeners with one other thought today. We are on the second floor at the Raymond Center in a beautiful kitchen. People at home would love to have a kitchen this big. But up on the shelf above the cupboards, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coffee pots. Thank you for sharing. No, I have no idea why. Just wanted to mention that at the end. To all of you, happy spring, and thank you for sharing the vision today.